Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Friends. Today is Thursday, October 23rd. I'm Roberta.
I'm Lenny.
And we are
the SABLE Stitchers.
And if you're new here, and SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy. And apparently, we were told at our last retreat that one of the husbands has latched onto that and is sharing that about that little tidbit about his wife everywhere he goes. So we're proud to be stash accumulators, and we're always happy to share it with you. We're just so happy to be here today.
Yes, we just got back from Dying to Stitch retreat, and we're just dying to tell you all about it.
It was a lot.
First of all,
I
have to tell you a little thing that happened at the airport. While we were, not that one, but while we were at the airport, Roberta and I went up to the bar and had a drink, wait for our airplane. Not really. But anyway, sitting beside us was this really mysterious figure. And, it's kind of like you could kind of see through it, but you couldn't. Anyway, so as Kansas and Midwesterners that we are, we looked over to him and asked him if he'd like to have a drink. And we said, "What is your favorite drink?" And this mysterious creature says, "Anything with booze." It was a ghost.
Oh, that's so cute. So, all right, we usually start with a little bit of life update. We're going to share all about our trip to Virginia Beach and Dying to Stitch, but what else has been going on?
I really don't have a whole lot going on. I have my little niece is in a play this Saturday, and she invited me to come along, and she got one of the lead parts. So I'm really excited to see her. Her name is Camille, and she is just a little fireball. So it should be cute. But this weekend is the little boys' homecoming. Oh, wow. And both of my boys are going.
Not too little. They're not too little boys anymore.
No, but Mama has to drive one of them, but the other one gets to drive by himself. But they're going to home. But little Wyatt, this is his first girl date. So anyway, they're excited. That's all.
Very fun. Thank you for all the kind comments on our last video. I was happy to finally be able to share my craft room with you. I've tried several times, and like I said, it's a small space, so it's hard to film. And, I always enjoy seeing how other people organize their supplies, and so I'm glad that so many of you, like me, like to see that and get ideas for our own
inspired me. All I did was pick everything up off the floor. So anyway, but that's good. That's good for me.
Yes, I mean, actually my ideal job would be organizing closets and things like that.
Please come to my house.
If I wanted to work again. But, what I have learned from moving and then having to downsize into this closet is I have so much stuff, and I have to be willing to pass some things on, because you can only buy so many containers, you can only stack things so high, and then you run out of space. So that's kind of my key, is being willing to pass things along, and being, and the good thing about doing these and looking through our whips and our kits is that it reminds me how much wonderful things I have that are waiting in the wings to be stitched and that have already been started. And so that helps me to stay content, and if I do buy something new, be a little more able to let go of something that maybe I won't be able to get to in the near future, if at all. There was a question, someone had a good question about where do I store my linens, because I didn't show that. And actually, I was just thinking about that. I have a drawer in my adjacent bedroom. It's like half a drawer where I have my linens. But actually, I think I told you when I did my room, I had 2 drawers that I pulled out of one of the bookcases, and I put them on top of my shelf. I could actually put them out there and free up another drawer for guests when they come. So just in case they want to unpack and put things in there. So I think I'm going to reorganize and do that. Some people asked for the address for the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild. I will scroll that here so that you will have that address and be able to check the website and see what the upcoming programs are, and know when it's time to join for 2026. I also belong to the Queen City Sampler Guild out of out of Cincinnati, and they will be starting opening registration November 1st. So I will also scroll that here, that website here, in case you want to go and sign up for their programs for the coming year. They're a very active guild. A lot of their meetings are online, and then they also record them, so you usually have access to the speaker for 30 days afterwards if you weren't able to attend the meeting. So definitely check that out. And then someone else had asked for the address for the Jersey Girl Stitch Co. I shared there's Teresa's special edition counting pins to raise funds for breast cancer research, and I will scroll that here. It's still on our website because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so please check that out. They're a beautiful set of pins, and all the funds are going to a worthy cause. So,
Thank you.
And our big question at this time of year for anyone with kiddos is, what are you going to be for Halloween? So Enzo is going to be, he loves choo-choos. A lot of times when my son calls, they're on their way home from daycare, and we hear Enzo in the back seat saying, choo-choo, choo-choo. So he's going to be Enzo the Tank Engine. Clara is going to be a black cat, and I think Alice is going to be a mouse. So they're going with a themed one there. So that will be a lot of fun.
That's cute.
All right.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, and then I just have retreats updates. I want to mention, if you are new here, I maintain a website. It is sablestitcher.net, and there is a tab there for events. If you are thinking you want to go to a retreat and not sure what's available, I try to gather information. People send me information about upcoming retreats or some that I know about. I will list them on the website. They each have their own page, and there is a search engine, so you can search by, it's arranged chronologically, so you can search by date, you can search if you know like kind of the location, you can search by the organizer name or the name of the retreat, and that's just a good way to see what's going on, what might be coming up in your area. And there's also a page called FAQs. What that is if you've never gone to a retreat before and you don't, and you know, these are kind of the common questions that we hear from people attending their first retreat, like, do I have, what are the supplies I should bring? And do I need to bring a smalls to exchange, or what do I have to bring table gifts? Although we tried to assemble the most commonly asked questions and put them all there so that you can see that and be a little more comfortable if you are going for the first time. So just a couple of upcoming retreats I wanted to mention. April 30th through May 2nd, there's going to be a retreat at Red Rock River Resort. That's a tongue twister in Hot Springs, South Dakota. $250 registration fee, and that includes dinner, all 3 nights, special motel, and then there's special motel rates available. There's 3 days of stitching, but there's no designer, but there is an exchange, which I assume is optional. So that is on my website under Red Rock River Resort if you want to check that out and get the link to sign up for that. They're signing up now, but I think invoices don't go out until January, so you have until January to pay for that. Also, there's a wait list available for the April Stitch West retreat in Ogden, Utah. The designer for that is Beth Seal of Summerhouse Stitchworks. The dates for that one is April 17th through 19th, and that one is also $250. Don't hesitate to sign up for a wait list, because at the retreat we just went to, they had a lot of last-minute cancellations, especially if you are within driving distance of Ogden. Openings come up anytime, but especially at the last minute. So don't hesitate to sign up for the wait list. And then
I knew that was coming. I'm so sorry. I was trying to
bless you.
I was trying to it's not coming. It's not. Yes, it's coming.
And then this is not a retreat, but I just wanted to mention Homespun Needlework Facebook group. It's a group where you just have to answer a couple of questions and you're approved to join. This is the group that comes out with exclusives several times a year. They're always wonderful exclusives, and then they work with a shop to kit these out and get them to you. And their latest one was Teresa Kogut. It just had an adorable design. It was called Scarecrow Lane, and as you can imagine, it was her first exclusive with this group. It was a huge hit. So it's taking the shop some time to kit it up and get it out to all the people who ordered it. And in the meantime, while people are waiting to get their kits, they had this cute conversation thread about why you're waiting and share your favorite stitching tip. And it's really, if you're on the group, it's worthwhile to read through those. I've read some of them. I haven't read all of them. A lot of great hints for stitchers, and some are, a lot of them are serious, but some are kind of fun. And my favorite so far is the stitcher who said she's learned not to stay up past stupid o'clock stitching because she always ends up frogging the next day. I think we can all relate to our own stupid o'clock.
I think I like to add no airplane o'clock either, because whatever I stitched on Sunday, I took out Sunday night.
Oh no! So all right. So do you want to share stuff and then do retreat, or what do you want to do?
I just had one. I'd like to share this previous finish, because it's just one of my favorite pieces, and it's just something I worked, as some of you that have been with us for a while know that I worked really hard on this, and I like to bring this out into fall. This is Autumn Lane's Autumn Stitchery Autumn Lane. Autumn Lane is the name, and then I purchased the called for color for the green, because you didn't have to stitch on the green, but this is probably, between this and Prancer, it was probably my most favorite.
It's quite an accomplishment.
And it really was fun. It was a lot of block stitching. It was one of the most fun, I think, projects I did. So I like to share that. I think this is its second fall,
very pretty.
I think. So anyway, if you look to buy this or have this, you will enjoy stitching this a lot.
That's wonderful.
So that's what I wanted to bring and share. Okay.
I have a tiny little finish. This is a pincushion. We got the fabric for this when I went to the Hobby House Useful Hands retreat with Nicola Parkman, Kathleen Littleton, and Ray Niles from Red Barn. And they gave us this fabric, and I stitched it together using my new Juki machine.
Hey!
And then I reinforced the corners by hand, and then, of course, finished it by hand. And you wouldn't think it would take long, but it's stuffed with, it's stuffed with
saw you.
walnut shells.
Oh, is that what it is? It almost felt like sand.
And it's, took forever to get it in there and get the, trim the corners out and get them all. But
that could be a weapon.
Yes, I know. It's like a hockey puck, right? So I'm so happy to have that done. It was beautiful fabric.
Fabric is
and
gorgeous.
Nice little memento from that retreat.
I did bring my book of days.
And I finally have mine prettied up for October.
So I forget. I got to just do the middle part. Okay, here's my October. And when we talk about, we went to the Liberty Hill Stitching Club too, so I put that on there. I like my little gingerbread with the skeleton. So I just worked, it was my choice for WIPGO, and I worked on Halloween, just different Halloween patterns all month long. So
Okay, that's mine.
it just happened to come up on Halloween.
October month. A lot going on, so I filled up the month with a lot of the different places we were going and things we were seeing, and then I've been trying to do a little bit of stitching every day, but I'm really excited about November. Let's see, where did that go? Really pretty stickers for November from Sadie Stickers. I can't believe 2 months.
I know.
2 months of the year
I
left
know.
already. But trying to stitch a little bit every day, and I am happy that I've touched a lot of things. Unfortunately, there's always some unstitching involved. It'd be so much farther.
Well, I feel...
Darn counting.
Yeah, I'm counting.
And the frog keeps visiting. The little frog keeps visiting.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of little... I don't know where we should start first.
Should we do stitching and then a recap, maybe, Shirley, what we've been working on?
Okay.
Okay.
I've got lots of little things that like I said, I kind of picked up.
Stuff. Okay.
Let's see. Let's retreat. There we go. All right. Here's one of my. This is my wool project that I have it. I have it down. It was from Primitive Gatherings. This is my October.
Oh,
my barn.
That is so cute, and the little leaves around the ghost.
And then this is all I have done so far. I have the ghost in the truck, and the gray part says Happy Haunting. I think it says Happy Halloween. And then the little license plate says Boo. And then it's got all these leaves that go all around it. So that was my October.
And did you see, this is, so this will probably be up on October 24th, Friday. But this weekend, Lisa Bonjean from Primitive Gatherings is celebrating her birthday. And there is, I think there's a discount. She's celebrating with a birthday discount. If you buy online and if you buy $50 worth of product, there's a free pattern. It's really, it's a cute, it's a ghost, like half of a ghost, and then there's all these little like Halloween words next to it, but very cute.
I love her patterns.
So check that out if you want to save a little money.
So, and then I'm using Valdani to different. Put in my little
That's really pretty.
back here. It's just so many. I just pick colors, but it's just, look at all that yumminess in there. So
those are, it's just, yeah. Those threads are so much fun.
Okay.
I have a pattern that I find travels very well.
Yay!
I came home from France and I saw this sitting and I thought, oh yay, I'm done with it. I'm going to take it to Hobby Lobby and get it framed. So I'm walking across the parking lot and I noticed, oh no, I didn't fill in a window. So I took it back, filled in the window. Yesterday, took it to the Hobby Lobby, and this one's like 20 minutes away. It's my favorite Hobby Lobby to take things to get it framed. Noticed, oh no, I missed a fruit over here.
Oh no.
So I brought it home again, and I thought, maybe I should actually look at the pattern and see if I'm missing anything else. And yes, I'm also missing these leaves. So I have a little bit of fruit here and these 2 leaves to fill in, and then I will be done. And I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she showed me her frame piece, and she had a good point. It is really, it's kind of hard to see the definition between the urn or the vase here and the fabric. And so she did a little walnut crystals, like to do like a little shadow here.
Oh.
Just a tiny bit, and it really made a lot more definition. So I don't know if I'll be brave enough to do that. I'm watching Sean Periwinkle Stitcher's video, and she's showing how to do the watercolor wash, and said just go very lightly because you can always build, you can't take off. So I mean, I could just do very, very lightly and just kind of put a little bit there and see.
Because it already has an outline on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not backstitched. But
no, it's
but
just
it is
an
a darker
outline.
thread.
And it is, but it's very, I didn't fussy cut the thread, so it's very light at the base. It kind of does blend in. So just a thought, if you're brave, that might be something you'd want to try too.
Might try it on another piece of fabric.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see. This one was... What's this one? Oh, this was my Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. I started that before we left for our trip, and I actually was going to stitch on it, but I stitched on something different. But this is what I have so far. I may have showed this a little bit last time. I can't remember. No, that was the Pen Pals. So there's my little pumpkin.
My goodness, with a little checked apron. That's adorable.
And I haven't finished. Cute. She's still got a needle in. I haven't finished her yet. I was going to fill that in when I was on the plane, but our plane ride was very bumpy. And then I started this one. I got the trick and that's all I got. So get to finish those.
And sorry, I didn't mention this is on 40 Count Dirt Track by Fox and Rabbit.
I don't know. I pulled this out of the cupboard, so I'm not sure what that is. It's a 25, and I did 2 over 2 just because I wanted a nice fill in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very cute. Those are very cute. Continuing on the fall stitching, I took this on the trip, and like Lenny, I did not. Maybe I worked on it on Sunday a little bit when we were in between flights, but this is pattern out. Gather In by Plum Street. A lot of people have finished this. I've been working on this a while. I started this in March of 2022, so I'm really thinking I need to finish this just can't keep picking away at this until I'm done. It's on 40 count mocha. And here is how far I am, what I've been doing.
Well.
I filled in the mocha, this is mocha behind the pumpkins, which I think some people have changed the color to make it stand out a little more. And then you couldn't see it around the horse's color blended in quite a bit. So I actually did backstitch with a slightly darker color around the horse to make it stand out. And then I'm working on this is tin roof here. So that's kind of nice to kind of break up all the fill in, and I want to finish this. There's some, it'd be fun to work a little bit on the wagon here. There's little quilty stars that come up over the roof, and then it says Gather In. So there's some fun things to work on, but a lot of fill in, and I feel like I'm getting
Well, it
close.
looks like you've done a lot. All the flowers or acorns.
So I feel like I'm getting to the point where I need to just keep making this a dedicated project so I can get it out of my whip pile and up on the wall. Cause
I feel last month I kind of worked on retreat stuff, and so I did some stitching, but now I am. After going to a retreat, you're always refreshed and revived, and it's like, I just want to. Yeah, it's like I want to stitch all this
and the
stuff.
Temperatures are cooling off.
Oh yeah, we have lovely temperatures today. My last kind of whip that I worked on was my harvest etchings. Oh. So heart and hand, and. I've been trying to stay off social media so I don't spin. Yes.
But I haven't seen anyone working on this.
This is 18 count, and I want to say it's oaken.
Okay.
But I'm almost positive it is. So that's what I've got so far.
He is cute.
I haven't finished the pumpkin, and then the owl, he's got little legs, and then he's got little designs down here, so they all come. But this is a fun stitch too. I worked on it last night and just couldn't stop. And I thought, you better stop or you're going to be unstitching this morning.
Past stupid o'clock.
Yep. So, and it just calls for a few colors. There's not very many.
Seems like you've got the bulk of the stitching done. The flower, the flower itself is kind of big, but not as big as the pumpkin.
But I really wanted to do the owl, I think, with all the colors were so cute. And then I just need to do the leaf and the vine on the pumpkin. And then I had the flower. So I think I'll be able to get that done before Christmas.
I really like it on that linen.
Okay.
I think I had a tiny start on this last time. This is Autumn Splendor by Brenda Gervais. So I think this was actually released at the Dying to Stitch retreat in 2022, I think, and then came out at market in 2023. So I've had it kitted up and ready to go for a while, and I am, what am I doing this on? I am doing this on 40 count Seraphim Tobias. I have changed some of the colors to make them show up here. So as I was stitching this, these Quaker motifs around the outside are supposed to be in putty, and I started it, and some of the putty just was not dark, and it just really blended in. So I frogged all of that, and then I'm just going to do this, and I think I'm doing this in Oscar or olive. Let me see. I'm doing this in, and did a color and cotton conversion for this. We had gone to color and cotton, and I looked at the DMCs and kitted up with as much of the color and cotton that was close. So I'm using Yuletide for Oscar. So that's what I'm using for this. And I have one little piece of putty in there that I'll probably have to rip it out when I get done. But then I noticed some of my little white lines that you can barely see are off too. I'm going to have to maybe redo those or see how much, some of those are off. So, doing a lot of unstitching on that. But once you get the border done, the little vase, it's like a little open vase, so that shouldn't take too long. The bird is not huge, and this is another one. I just want to kind of keep plugging away at this one to get it done this fall.
Speaking of plugging away.
So pretty.
I was going to take this to retreat, and Brenda Gervais Light of Winter, our stitchy group, has done this and has theirs framed probably on their wall. But I worked on it at home. I didn't do too much.
Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it? And it's done on 36 count winter brew, which is the called for color. And that's all. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Because the little gold is angels. Little singing angels. So, you can see again. So this is what I'm going to work on during the winter, among other things. Okay, that's the last of mine.
Okay, I touched a lot of different things. I've been excited coming back after 3 weeks and not doing much stitching. I've been really excited. That's beautiful. Is that by Kendi?
Yes.
She makes these at our stitch group, or she makes them not for us, but we buy them.
Yeah.
But she makes them for Quilter Station, so they always have a supply there, and they're very well made and very reasonably priced. Harvest Housewife by Chessie and Me. This is a piece that is on my magic list for Tudor Rose, meaning it's one of the pieces I want to finish by the end of the year. Getting so close.
Oh, look at you.
So since we met, I finished the needle roll itself, and then on the inside of the needle roll there is I have a picture of it. I have these outlined. This is going to be like your needle sizes here, where you can put your needle, and then this is, I think, just a little pocket. Let me get the picture out and I can show you how it looks when it's done. It's just a little pocket for your scissors down there. And then it does have the scissor fob, but I have so many cute scissor fobs, I would probably just use one of those instead of stitching it. So getting very close on that.
Yes, you are.
And then I just need to stitch it together, and it should be a kind of a easy finish because this is the nun stitch all the way around the outside. So I'll have to read the directions, but you probably just do like a stitch to the wool and just kind of have the raw edge. And so I think it should, that will take some time, but it shouldn't be difficult, I guess I should say. So I'm excited.
Okay.
And then that'll be something I'll pull out and enjoy using when I do my fall stitching next year. Oh, it's me.
Better put that back in there.
Okay. I have been a WIPGO failure.
Yeah, last month was kind of a WIPGO failure.
Oh, so one of the pieces, I don't think I've really done it in September or October, but one of the pieces I think for September was Mary Frosh. This was an exclusive for the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild from Sylvia, running with needles and scissors, and then she released it as a pattern at market this year, and I picked up the pattern because I don't stitch on a device, so I'm not a fan of printing these out and following that. I'd rather just have the pattern. And I do love it. It's on, and I think it's on the Called For Oatmeal by Fibers on a Whim. I think mine is 40 count. The Called For is 46. I think mine's 40. And so you can see what I did. Let's see which one's side up. Okay. I thought I'd do the border for the first page, so I extended the border over here, and then I stitched all the little brown things down here, and then I stitched the leaves and the base of the flowers down here, and then I stitched the first flower. And it's like, well, it's not supposed to be that close to this, or there was somewhere was off here. And I realized that on this diagonal piece I had missed 1 or 2 stitches. And
all it takes is 1 or 2.
If it's on the straight part, you can compensate, but the diagonal is going to be, you'll be off. It'll look weird to compensate, in my opinion, or I don't know how to do it. So ripping all that out. And so, I'm like, doggone it, but I really want to just get that part done, so I feel like I accomplished something. So I will pick this back up and try to just finish what my original. Do you ever do that? Just, you have a certain goal in mind, and it's like, I really want to meet that goal. I don't want to put it away, and then I'll come back to it in a year and be like, no, what was I doing? Yeah,
I know.
Sometimes it's just better to bite the bullet and go ahead and do that. Then my last one is, this is the stitch along I'm doing with Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts and Yvette Gonzalez. This is the huge Mary Barr sampler, and we know it's going to take a while to do this, but we are doing this flower basket this month, so I got to start on it. Thought I'd finish it, but I was picking up and finishing it some other things. So this is on 40 count.
Was this the scroll you had? Or?
This is the scroll that I had.
Okay.
This is the one I fight with these things, putting them on and stuff. But it's holding it nice and tight now, and I really do like doing this on a scroll rod. And this is the pattern. It's on parchment, 40 count parchment.
It's gonna be really pretty.
I mean, I feel like, oh, look I got like all of this done.
Yeah.
But it is, I know all this, the tree and the house and all that, that's going to be, I think, but you really feel a sense of accomplishment on these kind of the airier or less dense kind of.
Even with the light of winter, I know I didn't get very much done, but I still feel like, I got that little corner done.
Yeah, so I do appreciate the smaller motifs and they're spread out a nice.
So I feel like you got something done.
But you know what? I'm always drawn to the samplers that are really dense. Have a lot of motifs.
I think you're
crazy.
No, you're
ambitious.
Yes, but you're also, I can't think of the word, but I'm starting to get like you.
Oh.
Now I got these bigger things going on.
You just kind of want to challenge yourself.
I guess. I don't know. It's just,
I just like the look of
I'm
it.
just trying to,
I see
evolve.
this on the wall behind Carol, and I always liked it. And so, when you see someone who's finished it and you see it,
I can do that.
Every time she does a video, it's like, oh boy, that looks so great. But, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready?
I guess so.
Okay. I brought something, but I didn't have what I really wanted. But if you're my age, I want to say hello to all our friends at the retreat. So pretend like I'm Romperoo. It's like, I see Tammy, and I see Sue, and I see Roberta, and I see all our friends from New Jersey and Canada. I don't want to put it in front of my eye because it'll look really gross. But anyway, I was thinking Romper Stumper, Romper Boo. But anyway, I waited my whole life for her to call my name, and she never did. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi to all you guys. So we had such a good time. Good time. So and made a lot of new friends. And
yeah, there was actually, for all the retreats I've gone to, there was a lot of new people there.
I know
that I have never had the opportunity to meet before, which was really fun. It's a lot of people from Virginia and Florida, like you said, and
but it was New Jersey and Georgia, and I think we had a California, and
friend Kathy from Idaho,
and Idaho. Anyway, it was a really fun weekend. So thank you everybody for making us feel so welcome and comfortable, and we had such a good time meeting you all, and that chicken salad was fantastic.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good restaurants within walking distance. And so we flew in on Thursday, and I had flown to Virginia Beach once before. I was trying to think, it was probably 8 or 9 years ago. Probably 9 years ago, when my son was in the Marines and he was at the Navy School of Music. And so we went over to see him. He was there for 6 months, and we went over on Labor Day to see him. And when we flew there, they had just had I don't know if it was a hurricane or a bad storm. So coming in, it was still kind of bumpy, and it was pretty bumpy on the plane as we were making our descent. And we came down and we hit the runway really hard. It was like probably the hardest I've ever hit the runway. And there was a stunned silence on the plane. And all of a sudden, the pilot comes on the loudspeaker and he says, "Nailed it!" And everyone, burst into laughter and applause. And it really made a tense situation. Just kind of broke the ice there for all of our anxiety and everything. So that was our phrase. We rented a car, and we hadn't really eaten, so we drove to Chick-fil-A. This one. And we drove to Chick-fil-A, and so we pull, and it was dark, and it's getting late, and we pull into Chick-fil-A, and they have like 3 lanes, and there's only people, they have people out there who take your orders, and I only saw them in 2 lanes, and so the lanes were divided by these rubber cones. So I decided kind of at last minute to switch and go to a lane with a real person there. And doing that, I kind of hit one of the...
She hit one.
Bounced off other, and of course our phrase was...
Nailed it!
So if you heard us saying that was our inside joke for that.
Well, keep going.
Then when we went to the hotel, so the car, it was a SUV. And I was like this with the,
She was a low rider.
I was not used to driving, like
we
that.
Couldn't adjust it. We couldn't figure out how to adjust the seats.
I figured out it was one of those crank ones, but, so I couldn't really see over the edge, and I might have clipped a curb.
Might have. She did. Nailed it. 2 nailed it in one day.
So, yes, we were in a very kind of giddy mood by the time we got to the hotel.
Yeah, we had left fairly early in the morning, so arrived about 7 or
It's,
8.
There's just not a direct flight that I know of. Well, using Southwest, we had to fly into Baltimore. I had like a 3-hour layover, so it was a long day of travel.
I texted Ike to see if he wanted me to bring him back a Ravens t-shirt, and he said he'd break out in a rash. Sorry, Baltimore. But anyway,
so
we had
got off to just a rip-roaring start there.
It was funny. Nailed it. Okay. So, see, when we first got there...
we got there just about when everyone was going to the stitching room.
Yeah, we got there.
And we were tired.
We were tired, so it was an early night.
Think we could fall asleep? No, just like so excited about what we were going to see the next day, and, seeing friends and seeing, what the projects were, so...
then we got up the next morning and went in. Did we stitch a little bit that morning? I think we did, but maybe not.
I think we went to the shop.
We went to
the shop.
Diane
we had
to
breakfast
stitch.
And went to the shop right away.
Oh, and I met Brenda.
Oh, yes. That was a Lenny moment.
I had never... I was so excited to see Brenda Gervais. She's been on my list to go to retreat. Never seen a picture of her. I didn't know what she looked like, and I told Roberta, I says, "You be sure to point her out to me because I don't want to make a fool of myself." And so we sat down at breakfast. I got there before Roberta did, and I was sitting across the table. We had a long table, and sitting across the table, and just kind of talking to people there and asking them, "Gee, what's your name?" And she says, "Brenda." And I says, "Oh, where are you from?" And she says, "Iowa." And so this other gal comes up and she says, "Have you met Brenda yet?" And I says, "No, I haven't." And then Roberta comes up and she says, "Oh, I see you met Brenda." I've been talking to Brenda Gervais for the last 10 minutes and didn't know who she was. So they said my face was like...
Her face was precious, yes. The look on her face, you know.
Fangirl all of a sudden. So, but anyway, it was pretty funny.
We were kind of a pair because the next day I'm at the table and I'm chatting away to people, and I got there before you that time, and just visiting for a while, and Lenny comes and sits down and she says, "I'm Lenny," and the lady next to me introduces herself, and then she says, "And this is Faye Rigsby." I was like,
I know, she had the same look. So we were like, kind of fangirls.
Yes, because I never expected. I don't know why I never expected to meet Faye Rigsby in person. So that was.
We were just so happy to meet all of you, and thank you for coming up and saying hi and introducing yourself. It was just such a fun-filled weekend. So,
good. So we got first day. It must have been that day. I don't remember when we got it now because it's been,
Okay, well, we were standing in line for Diane to Stitch to register.
Oh, and then, yes,
to get our tags.
Yes.
So
that was what the deal was.
They had these cute little project bags.
Yeah.
And we got our tags for the day, and then inside we had a cute pattern from Heart and Hand, Cherished Friends, Shared Memories, which was just what the whole weekend was about. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to do this.
And this is, it says designed for Anne Robin and Pat Ryan on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of Dying to Stitch. So I assume it's a Dying to Stitch exclusive.
And then on the back it says, what is it? Is that the? Everyday sweet little things, or is that just somebody's initial? Everyday sweet little things are the most beautiful.
But yeah, I don't think we have that pattern.
No, but it was just on the back of it.
It says everyday things. TME. Okay, this is going to be.
I know. I was wondering if that's initials. It looks like TME. I thought it was but that doesn't make sense. Oh well. The
everyday sweet things are the most beautiful, because that's the same as this.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, that is
we're
cute.
So smart.
That's a very cute pillow.
So these are very sweet. Okay. So, and then we also received.
We got this little kit from Brenda, and she had the model there. It's called Needleworkers Pretties. And I guess that's probably a pinball. There's very, Brenda, really good instructions in here. I did open this. This is a needle book, and it has like a little pocket inside for your scissors, and then a little pin cushion.
And the material, and
yes, and the colors for that.
Even a needle. So, there you go. So that was our first moment, and then we got into the shop along with all the other attendees. And it was just fun. I mean, we picked up a.
Never been to Dying to Stitch before, so when my son was there, that was before I came back to stitching. So that just wasn't even on my radar. It was about. And I looked it up. We were about 20 minutes from the shop, I think. So.
And when we were in Vermont Beach.
Virginia.
I thought that didn't sound right. Anyway, Levi was in the Navy, and he was on deployment, and he was coming home, and I was with Laura with the babies, and we were able to go down to the harbor and see the big ship come in, and you guys, there's all these parents and their children, and they have balloons and signs. It's like, Daddy's home, and I'm just bawling.
Whenever I see anything like that on TV, it always brings tears to your eyes. It's
our little boys were
an emotional moment.
Like 1 and 3, so little Grant was just so happy to see him, and it was just such. But at the harbor, it's just beautiful with all the big ships. And when we landed, it was all lit up at nighttime, so we were able to see. And then when we left the next day to go to the store, it was bright and you could see the water. And it's beautiful. I want to move to Virginia.
It's a pretty area.
I think I should be a Southern belle. I'll say y'all. You're so precious. Okay, so when we went into the store, I had purchased 2 of Brenda's patterns. I think this was from last year, Winterberries and Pine. So I was in a snowman mood. So, and then I think this was this the newly released one, Sweater Weather. So I started him while we were there, and these are on Winter Brew, 36 Winter Brew. And boy, I got a whole lot done. But it's so much fun. I love snowmen. And I even pulled out my little snowman project bag. So,
that's cute.
isn't that cute?
Perfect.
So that's going to house that.
I have mine kind of organized, like.
And I picked up all the floss
together
while I was there.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, then we went to Liberty Hill Needlework and got to see Lisa Lyons Duffy was there working, which didn't expect to see that when we walked in. And both places we got to run into our friend Laurel. I am a stitch nerd, so
yes, it was so much fun.
She wasn't at the retreat, but she was there for just a getaway with friends, so it was fun to see her at both places. And I love Liberty Hill. That was such a big shop, so well organized. It just
so
had
many patterns and designs out that just made you want to come home and pull all your stash out.
Trying to be good.
I did. The only thing I bought there was I found this little scissor fob. She's a little girl with a purse, and she's got little high heels and little bling. See, it's cute.
That's just little Lenny.
Yep, there's a little Lenny right there.
Her little heels, little pumps.
Oh, and her little, she's not pearls, but anyway. So that's what I got there. It was such a fun shop. And the prairie schoolers that they had done was, I have all these prairie schoolers at home, and I just went, I'm going to go home and start a prairie schooler.
Okay, then I have.
And then the next day was actually our presentation. We were in the afternoon group, so we were able to stitch. We did stitch all morning until it was time to go to lunch, and the lunch was in a country club. We had a delicious lunch.
It was very good.
And Judy Whitman was there. I'll reach across the table here. We were all given a little upside down.
Hide the pattern. I mean, not that anyone's going to see it from. Yeah.
So we were given a little. Yeah, I should show it. Except I was going to show you the pattern.
Yeah, she told you all about
Seaside.
This is Seaside in the Round, and she just talked about the different round series and that people had given her ideas for, what to do, and just talked about her history getting started in, which she actually started as in needlepoint.
And it was a really great story. I don't think I ever knew.
And she's such a nice lady.
Oh, she's just such a gentle woman.
So nice to meet her in person. I don't think I had met her before, but and so we got the pattern for this, and then her trunk show was just amazing to see all her beautiful. A good amount of her beautiful designs.
She has, and I did buy that.
Merry Christmas.
She has a Merry Christmas, and it's kind of a long pillow like this. And I saw it at the trunk show, and I ordered it immediately.
All her little Christmas ornaments and her ornament books. They're just
her little stockings and just so many cute things.
And then in the afternoon, it was our turn to.
Also on our table. I guess we can go ahead and. Okay. We had these on our table. It was packaged like this, just in a big brown envelope, and had Brenda Gervais, Diane to Stitch, and then inside Oh, we were thrilled. We got these beautiful project bags.
And I did not catch the name of the person who made them.
No.
But there was 125 of us. And they were all out of all different kinds of fabrics. This has this really pretty design up here.
And then
memento.
each of them had a little pouch inside with little scissors.
They're very well made. They're very nice size.
Scissor fob.
The lining there, the lining fabric is coordinating.
And my pattern in there. So in the bag. Oh, it's a lovely bag. And then it had also a little spool for your needles.
Mm-hmm.
So what a treat. So then after lunch, we went to the room next door. And that's where Brenda had done a presentation. And are you ready? We got these, I'll show my box.
Yep.
They came in these boxes. And then inside the box, that's our fabric. Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of little goodies in here.
Really, I love these notepads for shopping lists or
And
just
a little needle
my to-do
minder.
lists.
To match the little pattern. And what else do we have in here? Oh, and then a little token of love needle floss holder. And started on I got a little start on it. I think it's this way. So it's on vanilla. Is it 36 count vanilla? I think
that sounds right. By I don't remember who the dyer is.
Anyway,
It's a beautiful. I mean,
it's just a beautiful pattern.
Just about, yeah.
Oh, we also got a little card to. I guess I should write on there.
well, that's yeah. When you finish,
Or when you
it,
finish.
I think, so.
And then we had a little needle little needle book that had I already took the needle out, but it had a little needle inside of it. So that was our.
And you know, Brenda just has a way of presenting things.
Oh.
She's just so scholarly, but not to the depth where you're kind of lost. So she talked about that she had picked up a little antique book. And I should have taken notes. I thought I'd remember. But it was an antique book, and it was kind of directed...
Embroidery for teachers, or...
It was, directed at people who were going to be doing this for a living. And so kind of the book was aimed at not like a hobby stitcher, but someone who was doing some sort of needlework to sell. Like an embroidered wares or finished wares. It talked about your wares, which you think as being something someone's selling. And that kind of got her down this path. Was that book written by the lady who was the Quaker?
Yes.
And then she looked up this. She found a biography on this lady, who is kind of forgotten to us in this day and age. But at the time, she was very influential.
Early 1900s.
Yeah, the book was, I think, published in 1906.
Mm-hmm.
She's very influential. You know, the Quakers have a history of being abolitionists. You know, in the 1800s, and then when this lady was alive, she was a very strong supporter of the suffrage movement, the voting rights and rights for women.
Very pro woman.
So Brenda just has a way of just taking all this, and it just makes. I mean, it's a beautiful piece. It's just absolutely stunning, and just. The verse on it says, "Blessed be the labor which bedecks our fancy work with grace and beauty." That just has so much more meaning hearing the background as she shared it.
There was inside the book. There was
preface or
like a little saying inside the book, and that's what she had. It just had meant so much to her, and she just kind of changed the words around a little bit, but.
And I started on this corner because, with the Autumn Splendor, I'm doing all these little Quaker stars. So I thought I'd continue. These are really tricky when you're talking and not really paying attention because
No kidding.
Your little points are going the wrong direction. So, of course, I did some frogging on that, too. But I would just like to get this corner done. And, and it's very pretty. The colors are just so
she didn't
and,
disappoint us at all.
No.
It was just lovely.
That was. No, a lot of people are going to be anxiously waiting for this one to be really released in a year or so.
And then, of course, so many people at the retreat
kindness
and received so much happy things. I have to share. This came from Roberta. And there's a little pumpkin in here too. Oh, we just got so many fun
This
things.
came from Linny. And this one was specifically for me because she has a little key fob that says owl. And I've been saving these little stickers. I'm going to put them in my journal, but wanted to save them and show that to you. And then she made these little crocheted flowers for everyone with the covered buttons and a little charm. Little cat charm.
Oh, it was fun. They had trick-or-treat bag. We got this has come from an old quilt, little needle book. But I just love the old quilt feel on the outside. That was so sweet.
Wow. That's someone fussy cut that. My friend Kathy did little wool animals. I have a little wool sea creature in kind of blues, greens, and purples. It's just adorable. This cute little bag. If it had candy in it, I'm sorry, that somehow disappeared.
And we got a little frogging Ort and our little friend, the frogging witch.
This is a salt shaker, and you can put your used needles in there.
I think that's a clever idea. And of course, there's all kinds of little goodies, tomatoes and candy.
And I'm not going to remember. So we sat at like a different table every time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like many retreats where there's like a big room where everyone meets and you sit at pretty much the same table, maybe kind of go around and visit with people. So I didn't remember
ideas. I'm sorry. There's so many. There's so many. Oh! It's just like Christmas.
This is from Robin Sampler Bird.
This is Roberta's other little gift.
And it's this little adorable little acorn, and you unscrew it.
Oh, we'll take that out.
Oh, a little wood acorn, and there's just a little bitty pumpkin charm inside.
And this was really sweet. We got this with a little charm on the end of it, and then inside had a little size 26 Bowen needles with little buttons inside. That was so sweet. And then I won a door prize. I was so excited at lunch. They called my name, and Claire from Canada had made these little strawberries. And then at the very top, it has like a little birdie. It's so sweet.
And like some self-care items. This is goat's milk, hand cream, lip balm, emery boards, which these are always nice to have on hand.
And I like them small like that.
And little floss rings or floss tags.
And just little stickers and floss and a little Halloween. I love Halloween, so that was fun. Oh, little scissors and some wax. Thread conditioner from Karen.
Karen Balkanoff.
Yeah. All kinds of. So that was, just all kinds of fun things. More floss rings. Happy Halloween. Floss drops.
We got the little corner. This is like a little corner bookmark and some pony needles. I usually keep a book where I write down as people give me things.
I know, everything just happens so fast.
It's just, it's just the.
Oh, there's some chocolate I haven't eaten yet. Oh, yay.
It's just kind of a blur.
It's just like you turn around and it's like,
so
oh, there's. Oh, this was for the tip of your scissors. I thought this was cute. Little wreath. And you put the little point of your scissors in there so you don't cut yourself.
Can you use those on knitting needles too? I was watching Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, and I think she had something like that on knitting
they're
needles.
Sharp enough. And this little cute bag, and it had little for your flosses and some little charms and a cute little and some floss and just all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, just so much fun.
So next year will be their last Dying to Stitch retreat, and the designer will be Stacy Nash. So if you are interested, keep tabs on their Facebook group or their Facebook page and Instagram, because that's where they will announce when registration opens. Registration typically opens in January. And also, if you follow their Facebook page, in December, I just saw part of it. I think there's like a word of the day or something. They have some kind of little thing that goes on throughout December. And if you do whatever the prompts are every day, I'm being very vague on this because I just saw
I was going to say, we know that there was a winner last year. Mm-hmm. Then the prize is
They had several prizes. One of them was free retreat. You could come you got a free retreat registration. And then another friend of ours won, she was in their Dying to Stitch Club for the year for free. So there's some really good prizes, but there is some time commitment involved. So sorry, I don't know more. I didn't take part in that last year, but do check out their Facebook
heard about
page,
it, so
because that's where they do all that. And so if you want an opportunity to win, and want to learn more about when their registration opens, do that. I will put it on the website, but it's one of those things when they announce it, I don't think it's a long time until it opens and it fills up right away.
Immediately.
But you still be on the waiting list. Go ahead and send it in, because if we have a lot of people cancel at the last minute. So
it was so much fun.
Okay, and then I have haul. I have haul in
I have a little bit of haul
categories. This is pattern haul from
I showed this was my wool kit for November.
Oh, look at that!
Look at that turkey! Isn't he cute?
Oh.
And there's all the. I think maybe I did show this last time.
I don't think so. I don't
look
remember
at all that
seeing
beautiful
that.
wool.
I think I'd remember a turkey.
Anyway, so I haven't started him yet, but he's coming up.
He's adorable. Okay, Lenny showed you some of Brenda's new offerings. So I got the trio of snowmen, and then they had some little pre-cut fabric. The color for this is vintage homespun. So I got in 36 count, so I got that. I don't know if that will be enough for all of them, but I just picked that up. This is another one of her new releases, Quaker Snippets number 2. She did say she likes to do things in series. And I also got Sweater Weather, and like Lenny said, the called for fabric is Winter's Brew. He was just so cute.
Oh, he is.
And then I got her new Christmas pattern, Bells Are Ringing. And I had picked up, I think I had ordered this. You could order fabric or patterns probably ahead of time. You just emailed them and let them know what you wanted, and then when you got there, they had a bag with them pre-cut and ready to go. So I thought this would be good on 40 count pyrite.
Oh, yeah,
that's not
perfect.
the called for, but it has kind of the yellowish undertones. The called for is
Looks like the front.
Alcott by Needle and Flax. It does, I thought. And so, I mean, you always, the acid test is when you actually pull the floss and see how it looks. And will the white show up on it. So, that's her new piece. Then, okay.
I got those too. Priscilla and John.
Cute.
Are they? I gotta start these right
Not
away.
Forgotten Farm. These are new releases for her.
And I still think I showed these last time, but yeah, Little Nick and Cookie Claus. So just to go along with the holidays.
And then this was from Liberty Hill Needleworks. They had a really nice section of Scarlet Letter. So I just love the story behind these. So this one's Sari Burdett, 1755, and this has, I think those are supposed to be, I can't think of it, the spies who went into the land of Israel and came back carrying the grapes. So I just love the historical and biblical significance of these. And then this one is the Sally Fisk Sampler, and this one is on display in Old Sturbridge Village. That looks very, I mean, back when I first started stitching samplers, that is the kind that would have appealed to me, with the house and all that writing, believe it or not, and all the letters. So.
Just think of them as little alphabets.
So I got those at Liberty Hill. And then these were actually, a friend was destashing, or she had some duplicates, and so she shared these with me. Stacy Nash. Always, this is, I think, one of her older patterns. I don't know how
Always
old
a
it
classic.
is. Yeah, it's Sarah Crick's Pocket Roll. And then, of course, Pineberry Lane, these turkeys are adorable. And Pineberry Lane Fancy Black at October.
Oh, I like
Ride.
her. I like that one.
I forgot I picked this up. I almost bought this again at one. They had a lot of Pineberry Lane at Dying to Stitch.
Yeah, I really like that.
And
one.
then also Stacy Nash, she had stitched this piece. So
more stitching to do.
wow. So that was my okay. Just to keep them straight. And then I had a fabric haul. And when I buy fabric now, I have a bag of patterns. This was also something I had picked up at Liberty Hill. I thought this was really reasonable, and I did want a kind of a fancy needle case to put in my needlework box.
Ooh, that is pretty.
So
They had a lot of nice notions there.
on my needlework box. So when I pick linen up, I'm trying to put it with something, at least start a possibility right away. So this is a pattern since I was in Teresa Kogut's Patreon, and Michelle, who we were stitching with on Friday night, was almost done with Folksy Thomas.
Oh, I love that one.
And she has done a overdyed floss conversion for this that she shared with me. So I am going to be kitting this up with that. And some of the linen I had requested was Brenda's Brew 40 count. I thought that would be really pretty for that. So I got that one. You hear my husband mowing the grass.
And me crinkling, I'm sorry.
He was golfing, and now he's trying to get the grass mowed before
I even told him to do it quietly.
before it rains. It's supposed to be raining, I think,
Yes.
for the next few days.
Oh, we have homecoming this weekend. It's supposed to rain Friday night, called Saturday.
Oh, no. That was never fun.
I know.
This is one that I've had for a while. I might have bought this off of eBay because I think this is an out of print piece, and this was
Snowflakes.
fabric I picked up at Liberty Hill. They had this pre-cut. This is Fiber on a Whim Moonstone. I also thought this would be a good substitute if I run out of the fabric I picked up for the little guy in red. the little snowman in red from Brenda.
Oh yeah, the
I
sweater
thought this
weather.
would be sweater weather. I
Yeah,
thought
that
this
would be
a
good with the red.
substitute. So this is, like I said,
Show the white.
Fiber on a Wind Moonstone. I don't think I've heard of that one before. So
Pretty.
got that.
There.
This one. Then, you know, love me
And why not?
love me a big sampler. I have this that I'd love to kit up, and this is Cross Stitch Antiques, and it's Eliza Townsend, Oh Sweet Humility, and I thought this Cedar River Spindrift. I thought that would be a nice neutral for that. So I paired that with that. And then finally, I had this on my list and they didn't have it at Dying to Stitch, but when I went to Liberty Hill, they had a pre-cut piece of it. I had asked for 40 counts weeks cocoa. Oh, I thought this would be
Perfect.
Annie B's cocoa pattern. Cocoa and Kisses. Thought that'd be really cute on that. This is reading more kind of gray now compared to what the pattern looks, but I think it would still be cute with the blue.
Yeah. Oh, that brown. Yeah. It's got a little bit of background and blue in it.
All right.
Okay.
So that was all my fabric I picked up.
Okay.
Then and there's more.
And there's more.
So, Jingle Ball. I signed up for Jingle Ball. My hair's a mess today. I'm getting it cut in a little 2 weeks, and I'm thinking about just whacking it off because it gets so.
Keep putting one behind my ears.
We're always struggling with our hair. Sign-ups went live when we were at Dying to Stitch, and actually Friday night there was a pop-up shop with Under the Woolen Willow, Buckleberry Quilts, and I'm sorry, I don't know the other lady.
She had done these beautiful wooden,
like spindles
into Santa Clauses and snowman.
Turn pieces into, and I looked at it's a lot of I was just kind of overwhelmed with all the shopping by that point, so I couldn't settle on anything. I mean, there was lots of wonderful things, and
the one thing I wanted, we couldn't find the price on it, and that was. But it was a wool piece, so it's like on a book. And they actually had glued the pages together, so it didn't open up. But they were such cute wool patterns.
Very pretty.
So check them out.
Yeah, and so by the time I got through with that, I was like, I wanted to register for the Jingle Ball, and I wanted to get a kit or two, and they were all sold out. I mean, this was
just that fast.
This was like 10 minutes later, they were all sold out, and people have told me that if you were there right at 7, I know Rachel, I was watching Rachel from Needle and Flax, and she was saying she was having trouble getting her credit card to go through. Well, I think a lot of people had that trouble just because they were all on the same time. But I did sign up for the classes and PDFs, and I'm trying to get them done this year so I could actually finish them at the Jingle Ball. This was the Stacey Nash exclusive for this year.
Ginger, look!
And
her friend Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger Cookie. So
she's so cute.
She don't look that big, right?
It's not that bad.
So I pulled the flosses, and I pulled flosses from my stash. And I didn't think, some of them I just pulled from other kits, things I had kitted up because I looked at what they had on the pattern and I didn't think I needed very much. And then I also signed up for Annie B's class. Those adorable pairs. I really wanted to get that kit. I know she had them in a really pretty box and everything. And I have 36, I have no Waratah. And I thought that might be
that looks pretty on there.
I think so. It's just the white.
I have some pomegranate that's real close to that color. That would look good on that too.
So that's what I was thinking. And then I also have a pattern for a Christmas ornament, but that's for an exchange, so I won't share that. So got those. And then from Tudor Rose, we had an ornament exclusive. It's called By Favorite Things, and it is done by my sister's samplers. Tudor Rose is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and Beth from my sister's samplers had done an ornament once before, and they asked her to update it for 2025. And so there's a variety of motifs that you can choose, and she has designs for the different motifs and what they represent. And it says Tudor, 2000 to 2025.
Cool.
So I got the kit for that, and it came in this very cute bag. Has all the supplies for finishing. So looking forward to doing that one. And then there was also an exclusive with Sylvia from Running with Needles and Scissors, and it's called Stitch Together. It's a mattress pincushion, and actually I won a gift certificate to her shop, so I went ahead and got the kit.
Love the fabric.
Not sure what it is.
It's kind of a gray green.
It almost looks. It looks like the kind I got from. I can't think who it is.
Oh, I really like it.
Well, let's see. It's right at the top, so I can see if it's who I'm thinking of or not. I think it looks like the kind I got for the Hands Across the Sea. Oh no, this is Chinchilla by Zweigart. 40 count Chinchilla by Zweigart. So that's a very fun piece. Oh, and then when I was at Dying to Stitch, I got the quarterly piece for their club, and it's by Stacy Nash. And then there's one more in this series, and it is by, I believe it's by Elma for Blackbird. So that should be coming out, I don't know if it'll be December or January. So this is called Pumpkin Thief, and you can see the octopuses stealing pumpkins. And it has Stacy's signature gorgeous border, and yeah, I love that. I'm not necessarily a nautical person, so I might adapt this. I see this, with almost like a scarlet house with a big black house in the middle or something. But love the colors, and it's fun. I mean, being Virginia Beach, that's fun motifs for a Dying to Stitch club piece. So that is it. I have a giveaway, but we had a giveaway last. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like we're zipping through.
We are kind of zipping.
It's an hour and a half, so I guess.
Oh gosh, I guess we're not
we're zippy as we get.
We did have 2 winners and I meant to bring them to re-show them, but they're in another bag. The winter was Shauna Gage, 4875. She won the winter. And Christmas was Stitchy Cats -123.
All right. So please email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com and send your address, and I'll send that on to Lenny so she can send those out to you. And we do have another giveaway, and we hope you will like and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And hit the notification bell so we can keep in touch with you. You'll know when we have new videos, because at this time of year there's a lot going on, and our usual schedule is every other Friday, and we're just going to be kind of hit and miss with stuff we're doing. So that way you'll know when we do have a new video, and we just love to read your comments and get to know you, meet you out in the wild.
Oh, that was the most. I think that was the most fun of Dying to Stitch. Just like, I put a face to the name, so I loved it. I loved it.
We appreciate everyone who came up and said hi. It's met a lot of people, and just wish we had more time to spend together.
I know.
It just went by so fast. I have a giveaway this time, and it's a packet of patterns. We received these from Susan to share, and so I want to go ahead and get these out so that you can start stitching and enjoy them. This is Abby Rose Designs Yuletide on Thistle Hill. Seasons Autumn by Leela's Studio.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes. Firework Kisses by Primrose Cottage.
Oh, there's 250th anniversary.
And Where Liberty Dwells by Hands on Design.
All right.
So I'm going to send these out to one lucky winner. And the key word, if you want to win this packet of patterns, is seasons. And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, believe it or not, it's almost November. It'll be November when we film next time. So for you who celebrate Thanksgiving, do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish that you make every year? Or you know, the one thing that your family says you must make, you know? I switch things up a bit.
We have there has to be deviled eggs. That's one thing everybody waits for is the deviled eggs.
See, we've never had deviled eggs for Thanksgiving, but I do like them. But
I love deviled eggs, but that's the one must. I mean, yes, we have to have turkey and mashed potatoes and all that good stuff, but don't forget the deviled eggs.
Okay. Let us know if you have a favorite, you know, and I know Canada just celebrated Thanksgiving, so love to hear what your thoughts are on that, and if you just have a favorite fall. Well, this one you have to watch out for. So
me?
I got up at 4:15 the day we left to come back. You know, I hadn't been sleeping well, so I was a bit tired, and you know, you have to sit still on planes, and I might have drifted off to sleep in a not very attractive pose.
I hunted for I tried to get my camera so fast, but it had gone to sleep. I turned it off and it had gone to sleep. We were just bumping around in this airplane like this, just kind of rocking us to sleep. I looked over to talk to Roberta, and here she is. I tried to get that because you guys were.
I bet she woke me up, because can you imagine her going like this?
I was like, oh, turn on. No, but she woke up. But anyway,
so
I'm not going to tell a story about myself.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
But we had fun.
We had such a good time. We had a lot of fun memories. Road trips, air trips, travel. We always seem to find the fun in them. So
it's not hard to do. But.
No. Well, maybe I'll read that first one, and then maybe I'll tell that story. I actually have two. Let's see. I have a bedtime. Okay. Well, okay. We're friends, right? We're close friends, right? Right. Okay. We'd sit in the airplane all day long. I was getting ready to pull the bed out. We had a sofa sleeper. And poor Lenny. How do I say that?
What?
Just made some noise. I made noise like quite a few times. Anyway.
You stomped on a spider.
I stomped on a spider quite a few times. So, in regards to that, I thought I'll tell you this joke. See if I can't make it bigger.
Or is it a barking spider? Sorry, it's a barking spider.
It was a barking spider.
Yes.
Or tree frog, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. During lunch at work last week, I ate 3 plates of beans, which I know I shouldn't. And when I got home, my best friend seemed excited to see me and exclaimed, I guess that was boyfriend. Seemed excited to see me and exclaimed delightedly, "Darling, I have a surprise for you for dinner tonight." He then blindfolded me and led me to my chair at the dinner table. I took a seat, and just as he was about to remove my blindfold, the telephone rang. He made me promise not to touch the blindfold until he returned and went to answer the call. Well, the beans I had consumed were still affecting me, and the pressure was becoming unbearable. So while my boyfriend was out of the room, I seized the opportunity, shifted my weight to one leg, and let one go. It was not only loud, but it smelled like a fertilizer truck running over a skunk in front of a garbage dump. I took my napkin, I waved from my lap, and I waved it in the air vigorously. Then, shifting to the other leg, I let off 3 more. The stink was worse than cooked cabbage. Keeping my ears carefully tuned to the conversation in the other room, I went on releasing atomic bombs like this for another few minutes. The pleasure was indescribable. Eventually, the telephone farewell signaled the end of my freedom, so I quickly fanned the air a few more times with my napkin, placed it on my lap, and folded my hands back on it, feeling very relieved and pleased with myself. My face must have been the picture of innocence. When my boyfriend returned, apologized for taking so long, he asked me if I had peeked through the blindfold, and I assured him I had not. At this point, he removed the blindfold, and 12 dinner guests around the table with their hands to their noses. Chorus, surprise, happy birthday. That was probably the worst joke I ever told. We're friends though, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to add was this girl is going to have a birthday in 3 more days. I told her it wasn't until next month. We even argued about it. I said, someone has a birthday next month. And she says, no, it's this month. And I said, no, it's next month. I had it on my calendar for next month. So, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
So, happy birthday to you.
Is this me for me?
That was for you. So,
Thank you.
We'll open it later.
Aww.
Okay. Oh, you guys, I know we might have seemed a little... We were just still on a high from the weekend. I mean, I don't know how you can help it, but we just had such a good time, and
and it's just so seeing what everyone is working on. There's just so many talented people.
Fabulous stitchers there.
We didn't even do like the finished table or the brag table, but just seeing what people are working on. You all amaze me.
Yeah, so. Your stitching is just incredible,
and just the kindness and the genuine friendships, and it's just the best environment.
We laughed.
It's just such a wonderful
we had
time
so much
to spend a few days.
So thank you, everyone.
It'll be a little over 2 weeks, I think, before we get back, because believe it or not, we're doing another road trip.
This one we're driving.
So, to see a good friend and do a little shopping, and but we look forward to visiting with you again soon,
and have more stories to tell.
Hope if you celebrate Halloween, you have a safe and happy Halloween, and just hope all the little goblins get lots of candy and have a very fun and memorable evening. So,
and whenever you hit that curve, just all you have to do is say, "Nailed it!"
Bye, friend. Oh, do you have another story?
Oh no, I already read the story. I forgot. I do, but there was another one. Okay. All right, my friends. Oh gosh, we're crazy. I love y'all. Take care. Bye.